Back again. Hey, you know them boys back in town again, man. Episode 101 of the Let Loose podcast. The infamous, diabolical, relentless, undeniable, undisputed, retaining, greatest tag team podcast champions of the world. Jordan the Juggernaut James, Sam Moneyman Bam, and my dog West, the Architect V, and we are the Let Loose podcast.
Yo,
Yo!
What
yo,
up? What's
yo.
goodies? What's goodies?
Man, everything good, man. Shout out to the people tuning in all across the world, man. Thank y'all for supporting to Let Loose Podcast. Now let me give it to my dog, Jordan James. What's up, my brother? Looking fly as hell over there.
I appreciate it, man. Thought I'd spice it up a little bit tonight. You know, it's gonna be a good episode tonight. I'm excited about it. Good to be back here with you fellas. Appreciate everybody for checking us out as always. Yeah, one-on-one. Let's start this one off on the backside of 100s. Aim for 200, 300, all these episodes, man. I
So let's get
appreciate
those
y'all.
Joe Rogan numbers.
Let's
Go.
get bigger and better numbers, better than we've ever seen before.
Hell
We're
yeah.
at 485 subs right now. Go ahead and like, share, subscribe, lock in with us now. We give away shit all the time, man. But before we start off the show, I just wanted to say RIP to the 14 members of that figure skating
Yeah,
team
that
and
was crazy,
everybody
man.
involved in the figure skating that from that plane crash into the helicopter and everybody, 50, 60 people dead. It's Oh my
Yeah.
God, that's tragic, man. That is absolutely tragic. That's shit that we hate hearing about, and
Right.
it's disgusting, and it hits deep, man. Because like when my mom comes to visit, you know, like she takes like a similar type flight to that same airport, and she
Right.
comes quite often, you know, to see Aiden. And bro, that shit, that's tough, man. But my condolences to the families of the people, man. I can't even bear
Yeah.
to imagine
Yeah,
about
Terrible.
man.
that. Terrible,
Shit is
No
sad
way.
as fuck, man. So
absolutely
sad.
terrible.
Telling you.
Also, RIP to DJ Unk, man.
Yeah,
He
walk it
passed away
out.
at
Walk it out.
43.
Walk it out.
Yeah, he gave us that forever banger in 2006, Walk It Out and Two Step. Those are the
Two
high school
step.
hits
Two
for me, man.
step.
Yeah,
Let me two step. Going to
yeah.
two
But
step. Hell yeah.
just wanted to say RIP to them, man. But yeah,
Young guy too, man. 42, 43 years old, bro. That's young, man.
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
You ain't even live
Kinda,
half your life yet.
I know it's a couple sad things to start off the episode 101, but unfortunately, that's how it is sometimes. So this week, we got some serious shit to talk about today. Hit me with what's on tap.
What's on tap this week? We got where do the Bills go from here, man? They got suffered another loss at the hands of the Kansas City Chiefs. They just cannot beat these motherfuckers.
Mhm.
So
Nope.
we're going to talk about where do they go from now. Uh, Also, we're going to talk about the latest NFL coaching hires. You know, you got Pete Carroll in Oakland, Mike Vrabel in New England, and some others. And we're going to touch on that. So we're going to talk about the success of year one.
Yeah, who's gonna have the best first season? Who's gonna have the worst? Some
Yeah.
shit like that.
Yeah.
Make some predictions.
Yep. Then we're going to talk about the NBA trade deadline. I'm definitely going to touch on my Miami Heat. Got two things to talk about with this motherfucking team.
Uh-oh.
I might have to take that fucking jersey back there back behind me off the wall.
That's not good.
And I do want to touch on something that I don't know if you guys saw it. Well, I'll talk about it when we get to it. But anyways, and then we're going to talk about the Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble's coming up this weekend
Saturday.
in Indianapolis. Lucas Oil, what is it? Lucas Oil Field Stadium
Lucas
or some
Oil
shit.
in Indianapolis.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So that's gonna be a big thing. I've recently kind of started watching wrestling again, just so I can converse with you guys when you guys talk about it. So I might have a little bit of input on it. So that's what we got on tap for this episode.
And
Hopefully,
also, not pictured, by the way, we have a top 10 all-time quarterbacks list coming
yes.
up tonight for y'all. We got our list. We're going to display them. I encourage everybody to do the same. Comment them in the videos. Call us out for it, man. Call us out. We got to see
Also,
who's got the best list.
Also, let's just go ahead and get into it. We'll just break them off. First thing off, we're going to talk about what just came out a couple hours
This
ago.
this just in. Y'all see
Justin
this?
Tucker pulled a Deshaun Watson, seemingly before Deshaun Watson pulled a Deshaun Watson.
Inappropriate sexual behavior by 6 massage therapists. 6 so far.
So
here we go
far,
again.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you got 2 spas that claim that they banned him once upon a time. It's 4 separate high-end spas in the Baltimore area. So he allegedly flashed his junk, poked 2 therapists with his erected dick.
I
He
saw
left
something where he fucking busted a nut.
Yeah, left what was believed to be jizz on the massage table. I
Damn.
don't know, but
And this shit,
it's nasty. It's nasty accusations, but
this shit's like, didn't this happen like over 10 years ago?
yeah, it was over a decade ago, and it's noted that none of these women have yet filed legal action.
Yeah,
You know
so
what I mean? But you know it's coming if you don't pay.
yeah, that's
Right.
that
Yeah,
shit. That's the
it's
shit
coming.
that pisses me off, man. How come women can go do this shit, but if a man does it, we're just laughed at. Like, no, it didn't happen, or you're making it a big deal. Like,
Well, I don't think we can go that far. I wouldn't jump straight there, but I mean,
I feel
yes
like
and
that.
no. I mean, yes and no in certain senses, but I mean, the same case and point could be made for something else entirely if you reverse roles. That's just how it is, man. But regardless, if there could have been wrongdoing, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
But
know. I mean, he could have definitely
you know how
done this shit.
situations like these go. I mean, we've seen this obviously in Deshaun Watson, and we know how it goes. It's been 6 so far. There's gonna probably be at least 6 more in another couple months, you know,
Right.
and
Exactly.
it's gonna boil down to it. But the bottom line is this could be enough to like end his career, man. I
Right.
mean, if you think about it, kicking is a mental,
Yeah.
more than anything. I mean, this guy's gifted more than any. We've seen
All
what he
time,
does.
he's
I'm
all
one of
time,
all time's best kickers,
Yep.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But like something like this can tarnish his image in entirety, bro. It can completely destroy him, and that's could be enough just to take a big giant shit all over your headspace, man.
Right.
I mean,
That's probably
you
why he
think
fucking had a shitty year this year. The shit he
Right.
probably
Could be.
had it in his head, knowing that it was coming.
maybe, but then you got to think he's all on Wes. You live around here too. I don't know. You probably seen it, but he has
Yeah.
all these
Yeah.
endorsements with like Chevy.
Yep.
His face is on billboards. Like this man is getting money out here. Like
My old lady's like, why the fuck is he on a billboard in Pennsylvania when he plays for a team that's in Maryland?
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
I'm
he's
like,
that
I
big.
don't know.
Partnerships, money.
Big
Yeah.
business. Right.
But yeah, that's
He's the most known kicker it is right now.
Yeah.
You know? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For real.
anything.
Highly
if anything-
decorated.
Yeah, if anything, that's gonna cost him a bunch of bread, miss some games. It might be the end for him. You never know.
Hey, it might be a misunderstanding. Say, oh, do y'all fix groin pulls? Hey, what you saying? What you saying? You know, so it could be anything, bro. Oh man, just tough, bro. I hate that you have to go out like this, bro. Especially having that awful season. And why wait so long to come out with these accusations? You know, so it's man, you know how I feel about these situations. I just feel like, man, if something happened to you or whatever, and you're distraught, you should come out with that stuff early, not waiting 10 years and not waiting all this time. So that's just me. You know, the growing pool, you know, hey man, you gotta massage that growing pool. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, do that shit on your own time, my guy.
Jesus Christ.
We know, you know, with a lot of there's a bunch of different reasons why women wait, you know,
Yeah,
and sometimes
I
perhaps
hate
never
that
come
shit,
forward
man.
and all
I
that.
hate
You
it.
know,
I
as
get
guys,
it. I get it.
We might hate that, but like it's not always in their best interest to do so, and it's not all. I mean, every case is different, so I can't completely shit on every woman who goes through it. We don't know what that's like, guys.
Right?
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be that, but keeping it from like an even perspective here. You know what I'm saying? But he has not been found guilty of anything yet, so let's just keep that in mind here. When
prove it until innocent until proven guilty. Yep.
Not the other way around.
Exactly.
So let's just keep that in mind right now, and hopefully they can wrap this up, and it's not going to be that huge of a career.
Yeah, but if some of this stuff is found to be factual, this could end his career.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt.
But he's been in the league what 13 years.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah,
So
so
he just
it's
might
like
even just
he doesn't need he doesn't need anything else, whatever career wise.
yeah.
You know, just endorsements and shit like that.
All he needs is he'd probably
but
like
I
to have a
mean,
Super
retirement
Bowl.
but
plan.
still,
You
but
need a retirement plan, you know.
but still though, you know, like you gotta if something happens, whatever, you gotta say something. You see something, say something. You know, so that's big for me. You know, that's if anything happens to my family members, whatever, something happened to you, whatever, let somebody know. For real, because that's serious business. Whatever, sexual assault is very serious. You know,
Absolutely.
No doubt. No
so
doubt.
that's the thing for me. You know, like you got to say something. You got to tell somebody and let somebody else tell somebody and let it go up the channel. You know, not just wait and trying to. Now it looks like a money grab. You know what I'm saying? So it's the perspective of the eyes of the beholder. So you can think that, oh well, he's been doing this stuff for me, and then he came back and happened again. You know, did this happen multiple times, and you still didn't say anything, or what happened? You know,
You
Yep.
just don't
is
know.
it is it hush money involved?
Oh,
Like, what is
absolutely.
it? What is it?
Yeah. I mean, well, yeah. Obviously, there's gonna be some money. That's
No,
gonna be.
I'm just saying, like within the time period. You feel me? Oh, I'm
Right.
sorry, this and that, whatever. Take this and don't worry about it. I'll call you next week.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's a
There's
lot
gonna
of
be
different
there's gonna
scenarios
be a
that could
whole lot
be.
more to unfold, you know,
Mm-hmm.
as this comes undone because they're gonna do a thorough investigation and then
Oh yeah, for
some,
sure.
some and then some.
Right.
So
They
Mm-hmm.
got
you know,
plenty of practice dealing with Deshaun Watson's ass and all that
Right,
for
for
shit.
real.
real, they got experts on the situation.
I'll say this might just go by
Blow
quickly
that
because
one.
they know what to do.
By the way, I am going to have a serious word with our production team of Let Loose because I don't appreciate the Justin Tucker highlight of him kicking all over and kicking the heart and soul out of the past Lions. So I gotta
Hey
say, I
man,
gotta take that up with production. You guys remind me after the show, please. Thank
yeah,
you.
you might want to let him go for a couple weeks, just
We got
a
we got one more
disciplinary act.
we got one more thing just in too.
I do want to say what's up to Gubby Cox on TikTok. I think he's a new viewer. I haven't seen his name.
I went to school with him back in the
Oh,
day. What's
okay,
up,
okay.
Gub?
What's up,
Appreciate
Gub?
you.
What's up?
Go blue.
Yo, 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 yo.
Yeah, but like you said, we got another topic to cover. Fucking Terry Rozier from the Miami Heat is getting probed for fucking
No, allow me.
docking his points. Go ahead.
He's now under investigation for an alleged role in an illegal gambling probe.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
This was a subject of the NBA investigation back in 2023. They looked into Rozier for a questionable performance while he was on the Hornets, and he ended up leaving in that game. He left that game hurt, and he ultimately missed like the final 8 games of the season.
Mm-hmm.
But however, this hit the tabloids again because the same gambling ring that conspired with Jonte Porter, the guy that got banned for life, to manipulate his performance, they're the same ones who bet heavily on Rozier in that same 2023 game I just mentioned. So now this shit is all coming back out. It's a federal investigation now. You know, the NBA did their investigation, in 2023, but now they got the feds on that shit, bro. And you know, if the feds gonna find something,
they gonna get it all.
if it's there, they gonna find it.
Yes, they will.
Yes, they gonna find it.
Yes, they will.
Hey, Lil Boosie said, man, check Trey Young too, because you know his numbers been slipping and sliding all over the
Oh,
place.
that
too,
would
so,
be some shit.
hey man, check his stats out too, for real. Check his ring.
That would be crazy.
Check his text messages and see what he doing over there, because his shit be up and down like a mud.
I never heard Boozy endorse snitching in my life. That's wild.
That is true, yeah, man.
Come on, Boozy.
He said that shit. He definitely said it.
No, they fucking, that ain't snitching. They fucking with his money is what it is. So I ain't
yeah,
mad
probably, yeah.
Boozy's a legend. I'm just
yeah,
fucking talking.
but that's just crazy, man. Just two major things going on with my team. I can't catch a break with any of my fucking teams, man. Not a single one. Cowboys, shit the bed. All that, not bringing back Mike McCarthy, this, that, and the third. And now Miami, Jimmy went out. and Terry is under this investigation.
Well, I mean, he's yet to be accused of
Yeah,
any
but
wrongdoing, you know
I
what I mean?
mean,
But if, like I said, if the feds are involved now, if he did do anything wrong, like if he placed any illegal bets and he altered his performance to try to compensate himself for anything as such, they will find out,
Oh,
Oh
bro.
yeah.
yeah,
And
believe it.
if that is the case,
You're
that will
done.
probably be the dumbest thing someone with $100 million contract has ever done in their lifetime.
Yeah.
Like, I just, off the top of my head, I can't think of anything more stupid than that.
I mean,
Outside
if
of
I'm getting 100 mil, I ain't doing I'm not even looking at somebody the wrong way.
Right.
Like,
I mean, that's just absolutely wild, bro. I mean, to think that, but I mean, if we're honest about shit, like I put money on some games, Sam, we like to put our money down and all that shit, and to just think about it, dude. Like when we talk our shit and we say like the NBA's rigged, the NFL's rigged, it's because of shit like this.
Yeah.
And if we're being completely honest, do you know how many players we could sit there and like I could come up with a list of like 6 to 8 players right now they could look into right now because
Right.
something
And
just don't add up with
referees.
this. But
And
like,
referees is a whole bunch. The whole
well, there's
bunch
there's a
of
history
shit.
of that.
that's been a
Yeah,
proven fact.
Yeah, there's that
that's what I'm
history.
saying.
His name was. Yeah.
It's a lot going on with that stuff, bro. For real. Oh,
Mhm.
you gonna how you gonna be more crookeder than me? You feel me?
Mhm.
That's how it is. The lesser of the evils. You know, that's all it is. Come on, you gonna shave 2 assists off your 6.5 assists? That ain't as bad as you shaving goddamn 20 points off of freaking. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, bro. We're having that shit just right there at the line or whatever, 2-3 points or whatever at the line. Come on, man.
Yeah,
This shit
man.
crazy.
It's wild.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
stupid, man.
But
But
that's what I don't
that's
understand. It'd be able like professional athletes who make millions and $50 million a year. Why do you need to gamble? Like, I mean,
Right.
I get that kind of shit can become an addiction.
It's a part of the
it's
lifestyle. And you
competitive.
know,
Yeah,
I don't give a
and
I don't give a
it's still part of like the higher ups too.
I don't give
You
a
know,
Yeah.
fuck, man.
they
I'm getting
telling them, man, I give you 50 million or whatever if you make me this 200 million on this freaking 2-game parlay. Hell
It's
yeah.
gambling is the only thing that the poorest person and the richest person could do, and they do together the same thing that you like to do. You think about it, like it doesn't matter. Like the poorest person will gamble if they like to gamble. They'll find a way to get money, and they'll gamble that shit. A rich person, it don't matter. They'll gamble. You had Takeoff, God rest his soul. He was killed gambling outside
Yeah.
in a
Shooting
parking lot
dice
or
and
something.
shit.
Yep.
Shooting dice, bro. Like shit that you do growing up that you got no business
Right.
doing being a multi-millionaire. But like that's
That's
the
it.
nature of it, man. And it is fun. It's interesting, I like doing it, obviously responsibly. I got
Right.
responsibilities and shit. I ain't
Yeah.
gambling
Yeah.
shit
Yeah.
that's gonna fuck me
It's
up,
an adrenaline rush, bro. It's an
It
adrenaline
is.
rush.
I
That's
wouldn't.
it.
I don't
it makes
know.
you care more about the games and pay more attention too, in a
Mhm.
sense. So,
That's
but
it.
yeah, Terry Rozier, man, he might be in some deep shit if they can prove something, find any type of wrong. If he did some shit, I hope you were smart about it, bro. But regardless, I just don't. Even a text message, a deleted text message, they'll get you.
Yeah, they get it. It's in the
100%.
They'll
cloud.
get it.
Yep.
There's
Yeah.
no way
It's
that,
in, it's in
you
the
won't get
cloud.
busted.
It is.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I don't know, man.
Can't
So,
hide nothing.
couple of big Terry Rozier and your boy
Jimmy.
Jimmy. No, not Justin Tucker and Terry
Oh,
Rozier.
Justin. Oh, yeah.
Bad day for both of those guys.
Yeah, man.
Jackie Tucker.
Jackie Tucker.
Justin Tucker.
I'm off flip flopping and shit. Flip flopping and shit. Like a whole I knew in Detroit back in the 90s. All right,
Touch
let's
it,
go.
tease it, babe. Watch it, turn it, leave it.
Baby.
We out here wilding right now. Like, share, subscribe to the Let Loose podcast. What's up, TikTok? What's up, Twitch? What's good, YouTube? Appreciate y'all. Episode 101 in the building. Yo, let's go to our first topic of the day. Let's talk some Buffalo Bills. Shit the bed again, man.
Dude.
I just,
Jeez
something.
Louise, dog.
You know something, fellas? Let me tell. Where did the Buffalo Bills go from here?
Fucking beats me.
Well,
I mean, it doesn't beat me. I got ideas, obviously, but I want to hear what you.
Well, you got you got the fourth postseason loss to the Chiefs in the Mahomes Allen era, right? I just want to say thank you to Buffalo for shitting the bed, coming up short once again when it matters. And thank you to the Washington Commanders, too, while I'm on the subject, for being so generous with their fucking gift giving 4 turnovers to the Eagles. And then now, once again, we get to see the same exact Super Bowl of 2 years ago that
Yep.
nobody gives a shit about.
Right.
Unless you're a Chiefs or an Eagles fan.
Well, I thought the first time that they played a couple years ago was a really good game.
It was a good
It
game, but
was.
that's not
It
the point I'm
was.
making here. I
It was.
definitely was more excited to see that game than this game. However, as far as the Bills and what I would do going or moving forward from here, I gotta tell you guys, I wouldn't change that much, man. They're right there. If you think about it, I mean, they actually outplayed the Chiefs in that last game, bro. They had more total yards,
Yep.
rushing yards. They only had 6 less passing yards. They won the turnover battle 1-0, and they won time of possession, and they had a chance to win at the end of the game with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line. I mean, that's about as much as you can ask for in Arrowhead, in the conference championship game. I mean, you was right there. So I'll say it again. We've said it before the season, and we thought they addressed it. Probably not, but I'll get to that in a second here. But they need a true number one receiver, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Khalil Shakur should not have to be that your main option. He's not that guy. Amari Cooper, that experiment obviously failed. That's not working out. I don't know if he's got anything left in the tank or it's just not a good fit. It's not working. But Keon Coleman, he's clearly not him. I mean,
Dalton
they're really
Kincaid's all right. He's not bad.
he is, but I mean, they need a true number one receiver, man.
Yeah.
They need a true number one receiver. But outside of that, you keep vamping that O line, add a couple pieces on defense, you're right back there next season. You know what I'm saying? But I got to tell you guys, if I'm Josh Allen, I might want to entertain a potential trade to the NFC and try to make a Super Bowl before my career's over because it's just not looking good, bro. Every year, it don't matter how good they looking, year in, year out. It's gonna happen this year. That it ain't happening, fellas. It's not happening.
Not while the Chiefs are what they are.
Right.
And not until someone can solve that puzzle and find a way to beat them. They're just unbeatable. Well, they're not unbeatable. They've just
it's the defense, bro. It's
yeah.
the
Absolutely.
defense.
Yeah.
It's definitely the defense. It's not the offense. It's not
Well,
Mahomes at all. It's not none of those things, bro.
We might be having a whole different conversation if that last play for the Bills when Josh Allen got rushed, if Dalton Kincaid caught that fucking ball, if he would have caught that ball, or was it Shakir? I think it was Dalton Kincaid.
That was Kincaid. That was Kincaid.
Yeah, if he would, and that was a catchable ball. Yeah,
it was.
Granted, it was difficult, but if you look at the replay, staring down the barrel at where Josh Allen threw it, he could have caught that. He could have caught that, and if he did, like I said, we'd be having a whole different conversation and celebrating, the Bills, dethroning the Chiefs. But like you said, I'm kind of with you, Jordan. I really don't know what they can do besides, get a true number one, because they didn't have that this year, and we thought that. I thought that that once Diggs was gone, that was going to solve the problem, and I guess it did up until the last play of the game against the Chiefs. But if they had a true number one, maybe that probably could have put them over the edge, and got a dub and be in their, I want to say, their first Super Bowl. But
if Stephon Diggs was on that team, would they have won that game?
Maybe.
I don't know. Depends.
We've seen that before too. I know, but that certain one, they missed a presence like that though. Not so much of how he handled shit.
His last year Buffalo, they wouldn't have won that game.
They need a number one receiver, bro. A true number one.
Well, what if T. Higgins leaves Cincinnati because they're not going to be able to pay him, Jamar Chase, and Hendrickson on defense? They're not going to be able to pay them all. What happens if he leaves and goes to Buffalo and he's the main man? That literally just popped in my head.
I think that on Buffalo, if Higgins went there, he would definitely be the number one receiver. But
absolutely.
I'm not convinced he is
Number one.
Receiver one. Nope, I'm not convinced. Sam is convinced he is. I'm not. We've talked about that before, but I don't know. That could be something to watch out for, bro. Future topic. I like that.
Yeah.
I don't think it. Go ahead, bro.
Well, just to close it out, as far as Sean McDermott goes, I know some people probably calling for his job because 0-4 against the Chiefs, and
That's
you're
ridiculous.
and you're so
No way.
close, and you just can't get it done.
Ridiculous.
I don't necessarily see. I feel as though like you're 0-4 against them, but you're 0-4 in the playoffs, typically in the conference championship round. So eventually, I feel that they'll get them. Either they'll get them or the Chiefs. They won't have to match up with the Chiefs. They might have to go against Baltimore or whoever else.
Chiefs ain't going nowhere, bro.
I don't
All
know,
roads
man.
lead through the Chiefs.
They ain't
man.
be able to win the fucking. If they win 3, they 4. I don't know, man. I don't fucking know, but
unless they run into the fucking Bengals beforehand, that ain't happening.
I don't know. You never know, but I like you said, I agree with you. Just get a true number one, and who isn't injury prone, who's fucking solid. Like a Mike Evans. I'm not necessarily him, but like that type of player, Jamar Chase, that type of player, someone who's guaranteed to get you at least 1,000 yards. Be a stat stuffer, and that would truly help you because then that would alleviate a lot of shit from Josh Allen.
Well, with all that stuff being said, it's not the offense that's the problem; it's the defense.
Yep.
It's the defense that gives that stuff up or whatever in the games. So you got to bulk up the defense. You got rid of 2 or 3 of your top guys over there on the defensive side or whatever. We thought it was going to slip. We thought it was going to slip, bro. It wasn't the acquisition of Cooper. It wasn't getting rid of your boy. What's your boy name that went over there?
Who you talking about? Getting rid of
Diggs? It wasn't getting rid of Diggs. Bro, you needed some defense. You needed some defense. That's the game. That's the game. Those are the games that you lost.
Johnson, right. You lost Johnson and Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker.
Right.
Killer. They ain't been the same defense since.
There's no way. For real. And then you one of your corners got hurt, and then that guy was getting picked on over there, man. So we knew that stuff was going to be the issue anyway. From all the scores or whatever, all the scores have been close since 2020. All those scores have been close, bro. The last 2 minutes of the game, bro, they come down there and they throw that bitch. They had the 13-second drive, So you knew it was the defense, bro. Why didn't you get somebody on that defensive side or whatever that can be a playmaker? But that's what you need, bro. You see that when KC lost Tyreek Hill. Bro,
missed a beat.
they've been putting different people in or whatever, but they made that defense stronger, bro. Like, hey, we got to stop guys from scoring as many points as they should. If you can stop Kansas City from scoring 24, 20, 28 points, bro, you can beat them. But you know what? They haven't been scoring a lot of points, but they just been getting right over the hump. Just because they know they can run the ball. They got Hunt over there or whatever, which was a key pickup when Pacheco got hurt. They got him over there. They got freaking Watson. They got not Watson, but they got Kelsey over there, dog. That can move those chains and all those things, whatever. Bro, those are key pieces. But that defense, bro, that they have over there, bro, is so raw.
Nook Hopkins is gonna watch him in the Super Bowl, bro.
Listen, them boys is so raw on defense, bro. Like that last blitz. To make Josh Allen throw that ball up or whatever, man, they did a 0 blitz, bro. They sent like 6 people.
But that's Spags.
It was
sent the house. Spags sent the house.
Nothing. It was nothing he could do. He couldn't roll out on none of that stuff or whatever. And that's what the Bills needed to have.
So
Mahomes.
Mahomes,
listen. Mahomes out there running the ball. He'd have ran for 2
Wouldn't that be a
touchdowns.
Wouldn't that be a coaching thing then?
No, that's a freaking GM thing, picking up the right players. That's a GM thing. You got to get those right players in there.
The defensive coordinator's calling the plays, and they're just following the plays, right?
But they don't have the personnel. That's what I'm saying. They don't have the personnel. You got rid of 2 of your top guys, and you got rid of Diggs. And you didn't bring back nothing. You brought back Amari Cooper, bro, who I thought was dead, man, since the Raiders, pretty much. You feel me? He hasn't been. He
He
hasn't
had
been.
solid. He
Hasn't
was
been
pretty
a
solid
Cowboys.
for
great.
Dallas. He was solid for Dallas.
Yeah, he was. But
Yeah,
for
Cowboys.
like 2 years, and then
Yeah.
they got rid of his ass.
Yeah.
Like he's been a shell of himself, bro, since then. How long that's been? 5 years, 4 or 5 years.
Well, that's
It's a
actually a
lot.
good move the Cowboys made right about now. Looking
Yeah.
at them
Right,
now.
exactly.
God
Yeah.
damn,
hmm
let's give
Yeah.
them something on that.
Right, but like I say, defensively, whatever, man, they got to set the stage, bro. Buffalo known for the defense back in the days. Now the offense is straight.
Yeah.
Josh Allen can put up as much offense as you need anytime. He can run it. He can throw it. For real, you got the running backs. You got 2 or 3 running backs over there, man. You got Ty Johnson, man. You got
Man, they
Ray,
got
man.
Von
You
Miller
got
on
Cook.
defense.
You
That's all
got
they
Cook.
need.
Man, come on, man. Von Miller, 75 years old out there, bro. For
He's
real,
Be
man.
respectful of Von Miller, but
Relax.
he's
yeah.
he's
Yeah, that's fair
Relax.
yeah,
enough.
yeah, yeah.
I'm just saying, he made a
He's
Pro
a
Bowl too. He
yeah,
made a Pro
man.
Bowl too,
I'm
but
saying, you're still playing at a high level.
Yeah.
still, you need more. You
Right.
need
Yeah,
more.
you
Yeah,
do.
you need more.
So in conclusion, I'm saying a true number one receiver. Sam saying defense. They need a little bit of everything. Vamp up key pieces on the offensive line. If it help you, they'll be right back there. They just got to keep
Mhm.
fighting the good fight, man. You can't give in, can't give up. You just got to keep pushing, and
'Cause it's
hopefully
not their time.
one day
Mhm.
you'll get there. And sometimes this happens, man. You know how many players didn't get Super Bowls because of Brady and didn't get
Right. Mhm.
championships. I mean, we're gonna talk on our top 10 pretty soon here,
Shit, the
but
Patriots went 10
just
years in
thinking,
between their Super Bowl run.
it's like you don't always get that chance to play for a Super Bowl. It's like if you're
Mm-mm.
lucky once in your
Right.
lifetime, you know what I mean? So that's just how the way the cookie crumbles, unfortunately, sometimes. But got to keep fighting the good fight. So they'll be back next year. So we'll keep an eye on them. Yeah,
Yeah, dog.
let's keep it moving right along here. Let's talk about some rookie NFL coaches that just got hired.
Mhm.
Hold on. I gotta find it. Coaches.
And yeah,
Where the fuck is
Let
the
Loose
coach?
podcast in the building.
Where's my coaches at?
Where's the bloody coaches? So you got 6 new. Yo, so before we get to that one, you have 6 coaches that were hired. You got 1 coach that has not been hired. That's the Saints. Thinking they're gonna get Kellen Moore. That's probably the likely outcome of it now, because they have yet to hire anybody. They're not really interviewing anybody. So it's got to be a coach who's a part of either the Chiefs or the Eagles, who can't really do anything yet, would be my guess. So
Right.
rumors are speculating Kellen Moore, though.
That would be nice.
You think he's ready for that?
Maybe, but it's the Saints though, so you ain't got no greater expectations anyway.
Let's move on.
All right, let's moving on.
Do the
So
NBA. Let's do the NBA trade.
NBA trade. All right, let's jump to NBA then. Fuck it, let's do NBA. So the NBA trade deadline is next Thursday, February 6th. So in this segment, we're going to be looking at who could potentially be moved and maybe a team that maybe needs to make a move. I don't know. We got the rumors. You know how it is every single year with the rumor mill, man, with the free agency, man. And front and center this year, Wes, is your homeboy, Jimmy Butler.
Don't get me
Jimmy
started.
Butler is front and center. So disgruntled Jimmy Butler wants out. And let me go out and say, though, I know you're upset with him, being a Heat fan and all of that. But let me just tell you, the fact that when he came back and they told him that he wasn't going to be starting, and then he left.
Walked
Bro,
out.
I don't blame him for walking out. What do you mean I'm not starting?
Right.
You think I'm going out there on the bench, bro? Nah, it don't work like that. Number one rule about working in any place you work at, you know your worth. Know your worth, bro. I don't think so. You ain't put me on the bench, bro. It's not happening.
No way.
But I'm just gonna leave that there.
So yeah, the reason why all this shit is going on is because he wants the max. He wants a max contract. And Pat Riley, he doesn't give that shit. He doesn't do that. When you Miami is about culture. It's not about we're going to give you the most money. When you come to Miami and you want to be good, they're going to do everything they can. They're going to give you everything they can to help you become that. Whether that is getting other players around you, giving you other opportunities within the organization to get better, but it's not about giving you the fucking max, and that's what Jimmy wants. And I understand, even when LeBron was there, he didn't get the max. When Dwayne Wade played, he never got the max. That's why he fucking left and went to Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
But when he realized, hey man, I'll go to Chicago. He didn't play very well. Was on a short stint with Cleveland. Was coming off the bench for a while. He understood that his time was past to get a max deal, and he wanted to make things right. So Dwayne Wade, he's the one who went back. I mean, I know it was a a 50-50 thing, but when he finally understood the culture of Miami, and it's not about getting the max and shit like that, that's when he came back. Unfortunate, I'm assuming that's why LeBron left, because he wanted the max, and I guess he wanted to fulfill his whatever in Cleveland. I know he wanted to do that for Cleveland even when he was there the first time, obviously, but I'm sure him not getting the max played a part in him leaving. He wanted Eric Spoelstra fired. Pat Riley said no. This guy's a fucking G, and
Yeah,
he's nothing but heat culture. We're not getting rid of him.
they've had their spats, and that's understandable. But Butler's probably feels like he's done enough. He's earned the max, and people, you can definitely make that debate when he shows up at the most playoff Jimmy, man. He shows
I
up
get
when you
that. I
most
get
need
that.
him.
He took an
But
8 seed
now,
all the way to the fucking finals, which has never been done. I get that.
and you're looking at it like, okay, what y'all? I mean, how long's he been in Miami now? How many years? Like
Like
during all those
six or
years,
something like that, I think.
and they had 2 trips to the finals in those years. Am I mistaken?
No, you're right.
Okay, so
2020
it's like,
and
what, like,
2 years ago.
where would y'all have been without me? You know what I'm saying? So I mean, he definitely has a good case there. How he handled himself, probably not the best way. Maybe you could have just went out, balled out, and then proved your worth. Another deep run, get Miami. Because Miami's still, they're in playoff positioning right now, towards the back right now. But what are they sitting at, like 7th or something right now, or 8th or something?
Man,
Like,
but that's what they do. They always just
but yeah,
Always
fucking
like that.
you just gotta stay
they just
close, and then
coast
when it's
until the
time,
playoffs come.
if you don't win one of them
They're in
tournaments or something,
seventh position right now.
7th, they're in
20
seventh seed
they're
right
they're at
now.
500, 23 and 23.
And
Right.
look at the
That's
Pistons
about
right there in 8. Shout out Detroit. Let's go. They need to make a move too. I'll get to that in a second. But yeah, dude. As far as where's he going? Because obviously this is a relationship that's not going to be
Yeah,
repaired.
it's
Sam,
unrepairable.
Sam, where do you think he's going to end up?
probably with the Suns.
Phoenix?
Mm-hmm. Get rid of
They
Bradley
could,
Beal.
but he'd have to agree to go there because Beal's got one of the only no trade clauses in the NBA,
Yeah,
bro.
so
And teams do be
but I
interested
saw
in
something
him.
today where they
But
waived they waived offers for KD and oh no, that was Booker. KD and Booker, I'm sorry.
yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But like, and teams are, they're interested in Bradley Beal, but I mean, they don't want to take on that massive contract. He's got 2 years, $110 million left on his deal. I mean, who's going to pay for an injury-prone 17 points per game player that doesn't play
Right.
defense?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I mean, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't with that.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, man.
What
Anybody,
about
anybody can use a Jimmy Butler though, but it's not. He's not going to give you like all those good minutes or whatever during the regular season. During the playoffs, yeah, he's going to be freaking phenomenal. But during the regular season, bro, he's okay. He's mid like most of the year, and then freaking 4 or 5 games, whatever, before the end of the season, trying to get into the playoffs or whatever, man, he just turned into the superstar. So, like I say, Jimmy Butler, man, he's great, but only when it comes down to playoff time. So
where I could see him?
where at?
Golden
Memphis.
State, bro. Golden State.
Really?
Playoff time. Give Golden State
Him and Draymond,
there, bro.
that'd be good. I mean, that'd be a good,
And
because
Draymond, what? I
Jimmy
don't know if
likes
he's still coming off the bench or whatever, but they got some young cats. I don't know who they'd have to get rid of, Kaminga or whoever, how they would make that
Kaminga.
trade, but him and Curry,
maybe
dude,
Gary Payton.
I think they could make a good
Gary
run.
Payton gone.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, Payton gone. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, where's he
gone
at?
already. Shit, where he got shipped to? I can't even remember.
Yeah, I don't remember off rip.
I know Jordan
But
Poole
yeah,
went
that's
to the Wizards, but I thought Gary Payton Jr. was still there.
Nah, this was recent.
Oh,
but yeah, just something to keep an eye out, dude. Another name who his name's in there every year is Zach Levine.
yeah,
Mhm.
I would take
But
him. I would take him easy.
but he's been a candidate for the last few years, man. But Chicago's been trying to dump him for a while, but now they might be hesitant to do so, seeing as he's balling out this year and he's their leading scorer,
He's,
24 points a
I
game,
mean,
man.
he's
I
he's
mean,
been good. He's just a little
he
bit
has,
injured.
but
He's a little bit injury prone.
he does, but he doesn't really do anything else except for play defense. I mean, he doesn't do anything else like except for score. Like he doesn't play defense. He doesn't
Mhm.
assist. He doesn't rebound very well. He doesn't. All he does is score. He does not play defense. So it's kind of hard, to put all your apples in that. And then he's got a massive contract as well. But he's definitely played a lot better this year without DeMar DeRozan on the Bulls no more. That wasn't really working with them too. So
Mhm.
yep. But so yo, check this one out.
De'Aaron
So
Fox, the Sacramento Kings are looking to trade him, which is crazy because isn't he the
hold on.
franchise?
Yeah, hold up on De'Aaron Fox. I just want to throw one potential thing out there because I seen this and I wanted to get your take on it. So, how about this hypothetical trade, bro? So, a hot rumor trade right now would include Chicago, Phoenix, Miami, and Milwaukee with one other team, right? So they would do a five-team trade that would send Jimmy Butler to Phoenix, Zach LaVine to Miami, or no, Zach LaVine to Milwaukee, Chris Middleton and Bobby Portis with picks to Miami.
Nope, I don't want him.
Chicago gets picks and a salary dump for Levine, and the other team could receive some compensation in like Pat Connington or some shit like that.
I like Bobby Portis, but
Mm.
I don't think he would be enough for Miami. Um, and who was the other guy?
Chris
Middleton.
Middleton.
And I don't want Chris
Middleton.
Middleton. He's too injury prone, man.
Bro, I don't know what's been going on with
The
Middleton
past few
lately
years,
either. Yeah.
he hasn't been playing.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I wouldn't want that. That'd be pointless.
Yep, but all right, but now like you mentioned, moving on now, like you mentioned, John Morant. I mean John Morant.
Whoa.
De'Aaron Fox. Yeah, John Morant's on the move.
Yeah.
Another gun videos has resurfaced. Oh my God.
Bring him to LA.
But De'Aaron Fox, yeah, man. Okay, so the reason that they don't necessarily want to trade him, and he don't necessarily want to trade, but like he has one more year left, final year of his contract, and they're not gonna probably re-sign him for the max dollars.
Mhm.
They're looking to move on. The Kings are building. Obviously, they have a pretty solid squad around him, young squad, so they're gonna probably move on. He's been there for like what 8 years. They kind of feel like they might have hit their ceiling with him. So, but yeah, it could be something to watch, but. I don't know, man. They're rumored him right now to everybody wants to see him go to like some team like the Spurs, man, to play with Wemby and Chris Paul, and like Wemby could take on that dominant role so Fox don't necessarily have to be the first option at this point in his career and all that. So that'll definitely be something to keep an eye on. But I just think Fox stays in Sacramento though. I don't know. I can't imagine anybody. I wish the Pistons would pull the trigger on that, bro. Pairing him up with fucking Cade Cunningham, bro, that would be
Mhm.
amazing, bro. Jaden Ivey, has been hurt. He's gonna come back. I don't know when, but I mean, depending on how that, those two unfold. But I mean, De'Aaron Fox have to learn to play a little bit more off ball, but he wouldn't have to be the one option with Cade Cunningham over there, bro. I think
Mhm.
that would be disgusting if Detroit could pull that off. But the problem with Detroit, and let me can I rant for a second? I'm sorry,
Yeah,
but
go for it.
they got bad contracts, man. They get new general managers, but under the same owner, you get you get different kinds of people in here making the same most stupid bad decisions, man. You got Tim Hardaway's making $16 million this year. He's averaging 11 points a game and he's shooting at 41%. That is not good, man.
Yeah.
That's I don't want that. Tobias Harris, you knew what that was when you brought him back. $26 million this season. He's averaging
Mhm.
12 points and 6 rebounds, bro.
That's it.
Isaiah Stewart, Beef Stew. I love Beef Stew, bro. But you pay for all toughness, bro. He's getting paid $15 million this year, averaging 5 points and six rebounds.
Bring him to
You're
LA.
paid for muscle. You know what I'm saying? But $15 million. I mean, come on. And then you got players like Malik Beasley on the Pistons, who's been balling. He's our third leading scorer on the team, and he's only making $6 million this year, and he's only under contract till the end of the season. So shit like this just doesn't add up to me, man. Like if you're gonna pay a player $15 million, I'd much rather it be the guy who's scoring all these points who's consistent. This guy
Yeah.
is very consistent, bro. He's been balling this year, but they got to clean house, clean up the mess, and use these funds more appropriately, and then maybe between using all that money I just named on these players who ain't worth this shit, pair up that money, and then they got like 14 million in cap space, man, and you can really have something there. But until they do that shit and dump some of this shit, I don't think that that's gonna happen, man. I've heard they're interested in Lonzo Ball, bro. They want to bring him in as like coming off the
Really?
bench. You know what I mean? After the Jaden Ivey injury and all that. But yeah, that's some shit they want. I want De'Aaron Fox. They give me Lonzo Ball, who's all busted up and
Shit,
shit.
I'd love to have. I'll take De'Aaron Fox. You can take Jimmy Butler, Duncan Robinson, 2 other players if you want. Give me De'Aaron Fox.
Couple other rumored players is Bobby Portis and Malcolm Brogdon. Pistons are keeping their eyes on. I wouldn't be opposed to either one of them players.
Jonas, the dude from the Wizards, Valanciunas. Jonas Valanciunas, is that his name?
Yep.
Yeah, he's looking to be traded as well.
Really? Yeah,
Hey,
he
we
used to
need-
be nice. He had some solid seasons.
Hey, we need a big man over there in LA.
Yeah, I know
know.
that.
True.
Yeah, that's
True big man.
I think the Lakers are looking into him.
You know who I think they might soup up, dude, under the radar? I think Chicago realizes it's time to pull the trigger and you got to get in rebuild mode because you're not going to do anything. You know what you got with the players you got. Nikola Vucevic, bro, from the Bulls, bro. Dude, I could see the Lakers trying to
I like him a lot.
He's solid.
put some shit in there, matched up some salaries, bro. Give up a couple draft picks, maybe second round, this or that, bro. You got a true stretch center playing alongside of Anthony Davis, bro. That would be killer, especially in playoff time. Oh my God, that would be nasty.
Yeah.
But I think that would be a crucial pickup for the
Vucevic is
Lakers,
definitely crucial.
Mhm.
bro.
Definitely
Vucevic is
something like
nice,
that.
bro. He is. As far as Bradley Beal goes, I think he stays in Phoenix. I don't think he's gonna waive his trade clause on anybody who's gonna take on his contract. Levine, man, I think
I've been wanting him in Miami for ever since he started becoming rumored that Chicago has been wanting to dump him, but just Miami's never pulled, or they haven't been able to do it. They haven't been able to get him.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. You're gonna have to pay him $40 million.
I know.
You think Pat Riley's gonna pay him $40
Fuck
million?
no.
Told Jimmy to go fuck himself?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, no, that ain't happening.
You're
So
not
I
even
think-
half a Jimmy.
I think Chicago needs to cut their losses, trade Vucevic, trade Levine, but I don't know. Vucevic could be going to the Lakers. I think Levine stays in Chicago though.
Yeah, I do too.
Right, yeah, man. Yeah, so trade frenzy. Potentially, I think shit's gonna start heating up. Y'all know how it gets, like a day or two right before day of, teams start tripping and all that.
Especially the day of.
Right.
Last 2 hours, all you see is ESPN notifications.
That's it.
Man.
Next week, you know it's gonna be on fire.
Yep.
We'll definitely retouch on it.
All right.
yeah.
So now that we're done with that, let's get into these NBA coaches, man. Or this is NBA coaches, NFL coaching hires.
Oh, the NFL coaching hires.
Oh, let me find that bitch. Where did it
You
go?
so fired.
Where the hell did I just put it at? Oh, there it is.
Appreciate y'all. If y'all
I got
locked
you.
in tune with us to the Let Loose podcast, the one, the only, the legendary.
Yeah,
Here we go. Here we
All
go.
right, so we got some coaching hires.
Can we introduce the fellas properly? You have number 1, you have Aaron Glenn on the New York Jets. You have number 2, Ben Johnson to the Chicago Bears. You got number 3,
Why
Pete
the
Carroll.
fuck are you talking in a British accent?
Did you really just interrupt my soliloquy to be a dick?
Yeah, because I'm asking why you're talking a British accent, my guy.
Apologize to the viewers. Number 3, Pete Carroll to the Raiders. You got Brian Schottenheimer to the Cowboys. Liam
Yeah.
Cohen to the Jaguars. Duval.
Duval.
You got Mike Vrabel to the
Duval.
Patriots, man. And like I said earlier, the Saints' job is still vacant. They're not interviewing. They're not doing anything. It was rumored that Kellen Moore, offensive coordinator of the Eagles, is going to be that front man who's going to take the Saints' job. But for now, these are the guys we have on their first year teams. So, fellas, I will ask you, looking at all these guys that just got hired, which coach will have the most success in year one? We'll do like a best and worst record. So who's gonna have the most success in year one?
I'm gonna go with Ben Johnson.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because Chicago doesn't have a bad team. Caleb Williams has shown to me that he can be a pretty good quarterback. He's where they got fucking I forget I can't even think right now. They got who's their tight end?
Commit.
That's right. They got Komet running
Mhm.
back.
Cole Kmet, they got DeAndre Swift, they got
Swift.
Roma
Swift, that's right.
Dunze,
Yeah. Yeah,
Keenan
Roma
Allen,
Dunze. Yep. So
they got DJ Moore. They got
they
firepower.
have firepower. They just
They
don't
have
have
no
a good
offensive
coach.
line
Yep.
and
So
no offensive line.
if they can draft some offensive players, offensive line players, I would assume that Ben Johnson knows what the fuck he's doing on offense, obviously. So he would be able to, chime in on that to get some offensive linemen to protect him. It might be a solid team next year.
Mm-hmm. Then they got a shaky offensive line and their defense is mid at best. But
Well,
yeah.
Bro,
So you going
but
so
but
you
they
going
were
Ben Johnson?
but they were in a conference, bro, where everybody went freaking 12 wins down there. You know what I'm saying? For real, that's
Juggernauts.
gonna be
Mhm.
that's gonna be
well,
tough
they
as
don't need
hell.
to be 12 wins. We're talking about who has the best record out of these coaches.
True, but that's what he's saying.
Still,
That's you
your
have three every
division,
all three teams in your division are fucking
right?
top tier.
11,
Mm.
11 wins,
Mhm.
10, 11 wins. Yeah, that's crazy as hell
Something to be
to say
accounted
that.
for.
I thought he might have been, but like I said, in that division or whatever, man, I don't think that would apply. Um, man, I gotta go with Vrabel though. I gotta go with Vrabel just because you got one of the best quarterbacks it is out here, whatever, and he made it to the Pro
Hmm.
Bowl. And I feel like he can put some guys together with this draft that's coming up. I feel like he's gonna get some pieces together. He gonna put that defense together. With the defense isn't that bad, but the offense was just like pitiful, and a lot of injuries. But Mayo is that guy, not Mayo, but May,
Vrabel.
Drake May. No, Drake May. Drake May is that guy. He's that guy, and I feel like
My bad.
he can take him to the next level, especially with. You never know what's going on with Miami. You definitely don't know what's going on with the Jets. They can easily be a second. They can be the second in that
Well, it
conference
depends on if Aaron
behind the
Rodgers stays.
Bills.
They
But
got the
but
what do you
still
call it?
though.
The Patriots have the fourth overall pick as well in the draft.
So you get you a couple players, man, couple real players. You need your real receiver. You got one guy over there, but you need some real receivers. Get your offensive line together. Get you a nice little running back because Stevenson not really that guy like that. Get your guy in the third, fourth round. Pick your couple guys up, man. Back to the Patriot way. You can win probably about 7, 8 games.
The awesome thing about doing this show, man, is I love it when we all have different opinions, bro. Wes said Ben Johnson. You are saying Mike Vrabel. I
I'm.
thought this came down to two coaches, bro. Two coaches, and it wasn't either one of them guys. So
Oh yeah.
I love where we're going with this topic. I think the answer here is Aaron Glenn, bro, to the Jets. I just think he has a great recipe to succeed here, no matter if Aaron Rodgers stays or he goes. I bet you Aaron Rodgers will stick around at least for one season
Yeah,
just
but
to see
will
what they
he
got.
will he be
But
beneficial though?
hold on, easy. So with bringing in a new coach, you got new fresh mindsets. He's got good coordinators and coming in with him. Aaron Glenn does in the Jets, and you have not to mention the Jets have a fucking good team, bro. Like they have pieces on offense. And not to mention their defense is always tough. Aaron Glenn is a defensive minded guy. He's gonna know what it's gonna take to get these guys back to how the Jets play football and how they do things, man. And when I watched his introductory press conference, bro, I see a lot of shades like a Dan Campbell. I really think he's gonna do good out there. And like Sam reiterated about the division, your division isn't all that freaking tough. You got the Bills, of course, but you got the Patriots. They also have a first year head coach in Vrabel. Miami's gonna Miami.
Right.
So I mean, you got to be tough, but I mean, you got a shot here. I don't think they're that far away. Sam, before this season started, you picked the Jets to win the division.
I
You
did.
know what I'm saying? The Jets have the team, so I mean, if Rodgers comes back one more year, you got to build anyway. They have the 7th overall pick in the draft. They're gonna get. They'll probably use it really well. They usually draft pretty well, especially on the defensive side of the ball. But I definitely think Aaron Glenn definitely is going to have the best record from year one. Another one that I don't know about year one, but he's going to be good quick is Pete Carroll, bro. Pete Carroll to the Raiders. This man, old as hell, 75.
He's the oldest coach in the league.
Oldest coach there is, bro. It's like, man, what are you doing,
Still
coaching?
doing it.
Oh, man, oh my God. But I mean, they're gonna have the 6th overall pick, and their biggest. Obviously, they got to get a quarterback. But depending on who, if like Shador Sanders falls to him, or
Right.
maybe I don't know if Cam Ward falls that far. The Giants pick 3rd, so they got to pick a quarterback, right? And the Titans too. But I mean, if you can manage to get some quarterback, I mean, I don't know.
He's the quarterback.
So I mean, you just never know. Pete Carroll can build programs. He's done it at the collegiate level. He's done it at the NFL level. The Raiders, I mean, that is the utmost challenge because they have been an absolute disaster. But now you got Tom Brady as a part-time owner or whatever, and you're not part-time, but
under the table
I
GM.
mean, he's helping making some decisions too. And I think this was the right one, bringing Pete Carroll in there. If anything, you're going to sell some tickets. They're going to be competitive, and they're going to be worth watching. I mean, that's
they might actually have players that want to go there to play for him too.
For real.
So free agency could help out.
But the thing with the Jets, man, I don't think Glenn is any better than Robert Saleh, whatever that came from over there.
Well, we don't know. He ain't coached the game yet, so we don't know.
I'm just saying I don't feel like it was that much of an upgrade. That's why I didn't go with him. And I feel like Aaron Glenn would be a great coach, but not coming in, not first year. I don't think so. I feel like that team is so in shambles right now because they had all that talent and they still didn't do anything. They got rid of the coach, got rid of the intern, and still was in shambles, bro. It was nothing that they could do with that team with all that freaking talent, and they still didn't do anything.
Maybe it's just like it's hitting like to home or like close to home because but I'm seeing a lot of Dan Campbell shades here. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing like same fire in the press conference
doesn't seem like he's going to put up with the bullshit.
And also, yeah, you're going to run a tough program. You're going to give it everything you got on a week in, week out basis. And also, remember, Aaron Glenn used to play for the Jets. So, I mean, it's very meaningful to him. That's the specific job he wanted. He waited for it. He wanted to get that one and he got it. A lot like Dan Campbell, played with the Lions. You come back, it means that much more. So, I mean, I really think they're onto something here with him. And I don't know. Maybe I just feel like history is repeating itself a little bit and he's going to do good there. But we'll see as far as year one. But I'm glad we all got different mindsets for year one. Let me ask you guys this: which one of these coaches is going to be the first one to get canned? Who gets canned first?
Duval. 100%, man.
Hey, I want him to get canned first.
He
because
is a goofy bastard, bro.
You should have stayed behind the scenes, bro, and ran that offense. Dog, offensive strategies, dog. He got that shit on lock, bro. He's a real nerd, but shit, he got that shit on lock. But I don't think Jacksonville ready for that stuff. Ready for that change. He gonna make a big change for them boys, and I don't think they're ready.
Bro, I think they win 4 games next year.
4.
I can't say that. I can't
4
say
that. I give them 5. Maybe 6.
It'll be 4 games. Way too early prediction. 4 games, bro. 4.
I'm gonna say 6 games. I'm gonna say
They're gonna be
over 6 games.
That's just not
6 or over.
Any look, it ain't gonna be good. I just don't see it. Which one of these coaches is gonna be the longest tenured coach? Who's gonna be there the longest?
Can't really say.
I want to say Vrabel.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends. I mean, the impatience of
but
Kraft, I don't know.
But
we all know that
he has coaching experience, so fucking Kraft knows that he needs to give Vrabel a little time to get his players in there that he's drafting and stuff like that. Shit, who was the coach? Who was the coach they just fired? I can't. It slipped my mind.
Mayo.
Okay. Yeah, Gerard Mayo. He didn't have any
Yeah.
coaching experience, so
Nope.
Nah, and he's not corporate color either.
right. Well, yeah.
Well,
That's neither here
Fight
nor
the
there, I
power.
guess.
Fight
Yeah,
the
yeah,
power,
yeah,
baby.
man.
Dude, that's cold hard facts because we called it before it happened. Before it happened, what was the word we used? Scapegoat is what I
Exactly,
said.
for real.
My
Yeah, I
brother is a
remember that.
Patriot. My brother is a Patriot.
Placeholder.
Bro, my brother's a Patriots fan. He got mad at me for saying that. He's like, "Oh, I'm buying into that scapegoat shit." I'm like, dude, I'm not trying to. I hope he does good. I'm rooting for him. I'm rooting for you.
But
But
we know.
and year one, ain't that a bitch?
Yeah.
And you at the Patriots, man? Get out of
Man,
here,
come on,
bro.
bro.
For real.
Stop. That's
Well, who
crazy.
do you guys think will have the longest tenure then?
I want to say Pete Carroll, but he's so old, bro. He
I
might,
know.
he might
That's-
forget.
That's where I was going to go too. He ain't gonna. I don't know if he'll.
Man,
be
that man
longest-
might be dementia out, bro, by year
Yeah.
5. You feel me? Like, I don't know. He
I'm
good
gonna
shape, though.
I'm gonna go Brian Schottenheimer, the Cowboy.
Oh well, it's yet to be seen, but
Man.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know,
have to go-
man.
Mediocrity is A-OK in Dallas.
Yeah,
Bro, I'm
yes,
gonna
it
have
is.
to go Aaron Glenn. I'm gonna have to go Aaron Glenn, bro.
Yeah, I think Aaron Glenn's the safe bet on that as well.
Yeah.
Just didn't want to pick the same guy
They-
twice. But
Yeah,
yeah.
they
I
ain't
would
gonna
say-
do too much.
I would say Ben Johnson, even if he does good. Ben Johnson could do good, he could do bad. I don't know. I think he'll do all right too. But Chicago, they've been known for letting go of coaches. for doing-
Cutting,
Yep.
man, cutting.
Again, I'll say coaches that aren't corporate color, but
Right.
again, that's neither here or there.
Hey, Eberflus got a
call it
job
like I
somewhere. What
Yeah,
Eberflus got a job at defense? Yo, he went over there with y'all.
Yeah, man. As soon as I saw that, I said, "What the fuck?"
Oh, Eberflus.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
God damn, Gina.
But y'all got that shit going on over there in Dallas, boy.
Bro, we might do worse than we did last year or this year.
Oh,
This
God.
year. Fuck.
Hey, what I said they was gonna go 8 and 9 last year.
Something like that. Yeah.
What y'all went?
Fuck. I stopped watching. I told you I wanted them to lose all their games.
I think they went
What
like
was the
7 and
record,
10,
Wes?
7 and 10, or 6 and 11.
They were 7-10.
There you go.
Yeah.
Losing
Hey.
record. Call it on the nose.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's
Fuck-
your over-under placement.
Fuckers.
So, all right, take it down to coaches. So y'all want to get into the top 10? Y'all
Yeah.
ready for top?
Hell yeah.
Let's do it.
All right,
We'll do yours first.
All right, we had a little top 10. So we're gonna do top 10 quarterbacks of all time. Top 10 NFL quarterbacks of all time. We do lists periodically on here, top 5s, top 10, whatever. But let's break down a top 10 today. We all did a list for you. I hope you appreciate it. Feel free to comment your top 10 below. Let us know, man, who you got at top 10. As y'all see here, my top 10 QBs of all time. Number 10, I got Big Ben. 18 years with the Steelers, 2-time Super Bowl champs, 6-time Pro Bowl. Threw for 64,000 yards, 418 touchdowns, 64 career completion percentage, man. That's pretty good. 13-0 as a rookie in 2004. Won a Super Bowl his second year. He's top 5-10 in every passing statistic in history. Outside of missing the 2019 season, he's got one losing season in his career, man. Big Ben, top 10. Number 9, I got John Elway, 16-year Denver Bronco, 2-time Super Bowl champ, MVP in 87, 9-time Pro Bowl. I mean, he brought the hard-nosed running quarterback era to players, such as a Ben Roethlisberger, man, and they all admired him and try to play like him. But Elway's a no-brainer top 10 quarterback. Number 8, I got Drew Brees, 20 years in the league, bro. 5 with the Chargers, 15 in New Orleans, Super Bowl champ, 13-time Pro Bowl, 7 times. He led the league in passing yards, 4 times. He led them in passing touchdowns. He's thrown for over 5,000 yards in a season 5 times, bro.
Mhm.
80,000 passing yards, 571 touchdowns, 67% of his completions, man. Oh, my God.
And
He's
a Super Bowl.
This man is second all time in career passing yards, touchdowns, completion, and he once went 54 consecutive games with a touchdown pass, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Numbers like this should signify at least 3-4 rings, man. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, that's not always the way the cookie crumbles. At least he got one. That's more than I could say for potentially Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Number 7, I got Terry Bradshaw, 14-year Pittsburgh Steeler, man. One of the game's OGs, man. 14-time Super Bowl or 4-time Super Bowl champ, 2-time Super Bowl MVP. He won the NFL MVP in 78. Known for being tough with a strong arm, and I guess he wasn't the most gifted passer compared to the other greats per se, but I mean he balled out when it mattered most, man. He never had a bad Super Bowl, despite one Super Bowl he threw 3 interceptions in the 79 versus the Rams, but they still won, and he was clutch. I got Terry Bradshaw at 7. Sorry about that, Terry. Good actor too. I think he's funny in movies, by the way.
Yeah.
He's a goofy bastard though.
He's funny. I love Terry. Number 6, I got Dan Marino. Dan the man, 17 years with the Dolphins. He was the NFL MVP in 84, 9-time Pro Bowler, led the league in passing yards 5 times, led in passing touchdowns 3 times, over 61,000 career passing yards with 420 touchdowns. Bro, this man threw for over 5,000 yards in his second season in the NFL. That was in 1984. 84 in a run league, threw for over 5,000 yards. One of the best athletes of all time with no rings or no titles.
Yep.
Number 5, I got Aaron Rodgers, 14-year starter for Green Bay, Super Bowl champ 4 times, MVP 10 times, Pro Bowler, NFL passer rating, leader 4 times. He's the number one in NFL history with a career passer rating of 102.6. That is insane for a career passer rating.
It is
insane. He has the best touchdown interception ratio in the history of the league.
Yep.
He's thrown for 62,000 yards, 503 touchdowns, only 116 interceptions.
Definitely hella accurate.
Most precise, deadliest, probably precision throwing.
That's why they say he's like the most talented quarterback that a lot of people's ever seen because of those type of numbers, the touchdown to interception ratio.
Exactly.
That's a very good compliment, but he's not the best.
He's not a good leader.
The best quarterback with this game's ever seen is number 4, Patrick Mahomes. 8 seasons and counting with the Chiefs. 3-time Super Bowl champ, 3-time Super Bowl MVP. Could be 4 in the upcoming week here. 2 times MVP of the NFL. 6 Pro Bowls. The most gifted quarterback we've ever seen play the game, bro. If he wins this next Super Bowl for this historic 3-peat, he's going to automatically move up to number 2 on this list for me. Just so we're clear on that.
Same thing.
But I mean, he continues to defy the odds in pursuing historic greatness, man. Definitely Mahomes at number 4 right now for me. Number 3, I got Peyton Manning, the Sheriff. 14 years with the Colts, 4 with the Broncos. Won a Super Bowl with both. 5 times he won the NFL MVP. 14 Pro Bowls, led the league in passing yards, touchdowns, completions numerous times. Holds NFL record for most passing touchdowns in a season at 55. Most passing yards in a season at 5,477, and most touchdown passes in a game with 7 in a game. There are no top 5 NFL QB lists of all time without Sheriff Manning. I'm just going to make that clear right now.
Believe it.
Yep.
Number 2, Joe Montana. Joe Cool, 14 years with the Niners, man. 4-time Super Bowl champ, 3-time Super Bowl MVP, 4 for 4. 2-time NFL MVP, 8-time Pro Bowler, led the league in completion percentage in 5 years. Your team is down with 2 minutes to play. This man is going to win that each and every time, bro. And he did it. And he did it on the biggest stages of them all. In 1989, his postseason passer rating was an NFL record 146.4. He threw 11 touchdowns, no picks. That man is goated. Joe Montana was that dude.
He was.
Number 1. Tom Brady,
of
the
course.
GOAT. 20 years with New England, 3 with Tampa Bay, 7-time Super Bowl champ, 1 with both. 5-time Super Bowl MVP, 3-time NFL MVP, 15-time Pro Bowl selection, led the league in yards, touchdowns in 5 different seasons, holds the top spot for just about every passing statistic known to man, and is also responsible for an additional 10 NFL records, regular and postseason. Whether it was winning the Super Bowl in his first year starting quarterback for the New England Patriots, the historic 25 point comeback in the Super Bowl versus the Atlanta Falcons, or if it was beating Mahomes on the biggest stage of them all. You acknowledge your tribal chief. This man missed the playoffs one in his career. One time in his career, he missed the playoffs, and that
Oh
was in
God.
2002. One losing
Was that
season
the
in
year
entire
when he got hurt?
one. No, it wasn't. And he's also had one losing season in his entire career, 2022, and that was with Tampa Bay, and they still won the division that year, still made the playoffs. This man, Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr., the greatest of all time.
Yes, sir.
Yawn.
All right, Sam. We'll hit yours up.
Go ahead, Sam.
Go ahead, Sam Bam.
You got a lot of good people on your list. And I
I
like
would
it.
hope so. I got most of the same people you do, so I would hope so.
You spit a lot of facts. I got 10. I got John Elway. John Elway handled those Broncos. Man, he played so long. Even with, like I said, they had the Russian offense, mostly known for defense. You know, and that man still played, man, till his latter days. Man, got those last two Super Bowls at the end of his career. Whatever made him just
throwing helicopters and
go
shit.
through, man, going through the top, bro. For real. Oh yeah, Elway was a beast, bro.
He was.
Elway. I love Elway. Number 9, I got Lamar Jackson, man, the 2-time MVP. Bro, this man has transcended the game in such a way, bro. I love the way he plays the game, man. He doesn't have a bunch of postseason success, but during the season, bro, man, he's just as good as anybody, bro. This last season, man, 40 plus touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Man, that's got to be one of the greatest seasons I've seen, bro. That's like an Aaron Rodgers type season from your boy Lamar Jackson. So definitely got to go with him. And then we got to go with his goddaddy, man, Mike Vick. Mike Vick, I got to put Mike Vick, man.
Love that guy.
Man, hey, changed the game, bro. For real, with his legs, with his arm, left-handed, slanging that shit, bro. Like, man, nobody could actually hit this man. It was so hard for you to hit this man. He had the moves, he had everything going, man. Just that dog ring, man, really messed up this man's career, bro. So, man, he would be higher on my list or whatever if he would have played through and through, and he didn't have all those things or whatever going against him, going to jail and shutting down his success and his momentum. So definitely him. Number 7, Aaron Rodgers, man, one of the most accurate quarterbacks I've ever seen in life. He played in the weak division for so long. That's probably why he got so many accolades, so many touchdowns, playing freaking the Bears, playing the Lions, playing all those Minnesota guys, man, all those years or whatever. He ate those boys' lunch, man, for years and years to come. You know, number 6, got Dan the Man Marino, man, for real, Mr. Miami's finest, man, pretty boy Floyd, man. You got to go with Marino. He had the most yards for the longest time. You know, he was super consistent. You say he had the 5,000 yards in the second season, man. He did this stuff numerous times. He had Super Duper over there. He had a whole bunch of guys, man. He had that stuff going on, man. He was on fire. He was very consistent. Love Dan Marino. He's going to always be one of my top guys. Number 5, Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning, the freaking Omaha. Man, he would switch that stuff up so fast on you, man. His mind was accelerating.
He might have been the smartest
30 times, man. I'm talking about he would break your defense down to pieces. And he would do anything that he want to. He'll find one guy, 2 guys, and for real, he would beat those guys, man. The coverages, man, he would do anything. Wasn't mobile at all, but he'll run that stuff every now and then, you know, just looking goofy. But man, Peyton Manning with the 55 touchdowns that one year in Denver when you didn't have great receivers, you know, like you didn't have no great guys over there. So, man, Peyton Manning, man, definitely. But that Colts Peyton Manning. Woo,
yep.
Bro, that Colts Peyton Manning, bro. That was a freaking god right there, bro. So number 4, Drew Brees. Drew Brees, man, with those Saints, man, and he was behind what's your boy name? That was at the Chargers.
Phillip Rivers.
Rivers. He was behind Rivers, right? Got over there, got his own team, man, and didn't look back, bro. One of the smallest guys that was
Mm-hmm.
freaking throwing that shit. The ball bigger than his hand, man. He's still slinging that shit, man. A real true gunslinger, bro. He didn't care, man. He didn't care if two guys on him, man. He gonna take those hits, tough as nails,
Tough as
bro.
nails, yeah.
Man, I loved what he did, man. He had different receivers, man. It didn't matter, but he had man, what's the one tight end that he had for all those years?
Brandon Graham
Not Graham.
or
What his name
wasn't
was?
Shockey, was it?
Not Shockey, the other guy, the other big guy.
Olsen? No, Olsen.
That who had? I'm sorry, I got sidetracked.
He's
Drew
the tight
Brees tight
end,
end.
the tight end that he had
Uh,
forever.
Oh, he had Jimmy.
Jimmy
Jimmy
Graham.
Graham,
That's right.
Jimmy
That's right.
Graham. That's it, man. Him and Jimmy Graham, man, scored so many touchdowns. He was like one of the greatest freaking tight ends for him. But then when Jimmy Graham went away or whatever, man, a lot of that stuff kind of fell off of Breeze. But still, Breeze was, man, like I say, on fire. He definitely was on fire, especially being a smaller guy. He still handled business. Number 3, man, I got Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes is freaking the future. 28, 29 years old, man. He done won the Super Bowls. He done won the MVPs. He's done it all. Man, there's nothing this man can't do. And the winning percentage or whatever in the fourth quarter, bro, is like damn near first of all times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, Brady got that shit on lock or whatever, but coming back from behind and holding them boys accountable and having high IQ and actually running the ball and doing whatever it takes, especially this year, bro. Freaking 12 score victories.
Mm.
Hey, so Mahomes, you definitely up there, bro, for real, man. You trying to be one of the great ones all times. Number 2, I got to go with Tom Patrick Brady, Francis Brady, whatever the hell his name is, man.
Had to. Won your
Brady.
team a Super Bowl. Go ahead.
Tom Brady, man. Tom Brady. Hey, man, one of the greatest of all times. The man has done it all. He's done it all. He's had Moss. He's done that stuff with nothing, bro. But a lot of that stuff was from Belichick's system as well. But Brady is that guy, bro. He has all the numbers. He has all the records. He's done all that stuff. But most of that stuff, I think, is from longevity. 23 years, bro. You LeBron James this shit. You feel me? So Brady definitely. Hey, he won them with the defense too, for real. And a lot of deflate gate and all types of other shit. He wins
a lot more than LeBron does. He wins a lot more than he does.
It's all good though. We understand that. We understand that. But number 1, I got to go with Joe Cool, Joe Montana. Joe Montana, man. Boy, when I say, I ain't gonna say he made Jerry Rice, but shit. Them boys together, man, that was like everything that you needed to win. And I'm talking about those Super Bowl wins. Super Bowl wins was blowouts. 55-10 and 49. I'm talking about, man, these boys was freaking blowing the doors. It wasn't no defense needed. You feel me? These boys were blowing the doors up. That's why I feel like Joe Montana, man, is the greatest out here. Because he wasn't playing no games with these guys, bro. For real, that offense that he was running, shoo, man, far superior to any other offense I've seen, bro, ever in life, man. That San Francisco 49ers offense, man, back in the 80s and 90s, bro, he had that shit on lock. That's my number 1 quarterback of all time.
Hold on. Couple problems. But you think, who's the best receiver of all time?
Jerry Rice.
When you have that, if Tom Brady had Jerry Rice, how many Super Bowls does he win? He won 7 without him.
It's not about that.
My point is, we could sit there, we could debate it all night.
We can make that. But see, they needed each other though. They needed each other.
I'm not doubting that, but I mean, the one wouldn't have taken, like, they wouldn't have won as many Super Bowls, but they both still would have won without each other. They were both that great. But what I'm saying is, like, I don't think you can make like a definitive argument of Montana over Brady. Like, obviously stat wise, you can't argue it. Ring wise, you can't argue it. You know what I mean? Like, if Brady's a victim, like, had help with the system, best coach too, you know what I mean? And then Montana had Rice, you know what I mean? So I mean,
Brady's right there.
There's a lot of help in hand, you know what I mean? I just don't think it's
he's right there.
I think it's more of a personal number 2 placement more than an honest one, in my opinion. But that's me.
He should be number 1.
Right there.
He won your team a Super Bowl.
But outside all
right there.
that, Sam, we're gonna always debate this till we die. That's cool, bro. But
He's right there.
another thing I gotta take away from your list, bro. There's no way you can put Aaron Rodgers at 7. There's no way Aaron Rodgers is not top 5, bro. You put Dan Marino ahead of Aaron Rodgers, you're insane. Peyton
Definitely.
Manning, Drew Brees, no. Above Aaron Rodgers, no. Come
Rodgers
on.
is 7. Yeah, hell
That's
yeah.
crazy.
I love
No
Marino.
way. No way.
Marino is that guy.
You cannot have Aaron Rodgers in the top 5. That's insane. And I'll get to this too. But I don't think go ahead. Actually, I'll save it. But outside of that, not a bad list. I got a couple more things, but I think I can get to that with Wes's list. See what you got, Wes.
All right, let's get to it. Number 10, Dan Marino. Only reason why he is probably number 10 is because he didn't win a Super Bowl. That is, I know I got Lamar Jackson on here. I know I got Mike Vick on here. Those two were generational. Well, Lamar's a generational talent. Mike Vick was a generational talent. Like you said, Sam, he's an OG. But starting with Dan Marino, yeah, he's a fucking true gunslinger. Probably the original gunslinger, throwing for so many fucking yards, 5,000. You said it in his second season, and all these other things. He was a tough SOB. Played for a long time. Stayed with one team.
Mhm.
You know, he had a lot of records back in the day. After he retired, he held a lot of the records up until now, to where you know Brady and others have beaten him and stuff like that. So Dan Marino, I love that he stayed with one team. I hate that he didn't win any Super Bowls, and he was a stat stuffer as well. So he's definitely in a top 10. John Elway, like you said, he stayed with the Denver Broncos for so long. He got the back-to-back his last 2 seasons, and
everybody knows they're top 10, both of them.
Yeah, exactly. So that's just going to go without saying, you know, whatever. Aaron Rodgers, number 8. You know why? Yes, he is extremely talented. When I do this, I look at overall. Aaron Rodgers is a great quarterback. I can't tell you how many times when he played the Dallas Cowboys and I thought that we were going to be able to shut him down on a game-winning drive or something like that, and he would fucking pinpoint the pass that only the receiver could get, and they would get it to get the first down to move on to, you know, get the score or whatever, or the stop that we needed. Fucking pinpoint accuracy, which is why he has such a very impressive, you know, touchdown to interception ratio. He's just not a good leader. He's not a good leader whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
You can't count on him to rile you up. Yeah, you might be able to count on him to, you know, get you in a position to win the game, but sometimes that doesn't necessarily mean the only thing that a quarterback needs. You know, Patrick Mahomes is known.
Man, I'll keep my comments to myself.
And he played in the weak ass division for all them years.
Well, I mean, he got drafted by them, so he can't control.
No matter, he dominated everybody.
Right. But as far as, like I said,
4-1,
his leadership is not there, and that's something that just really bothers me.
Keep going, man.
Number 7, Lamar Jackson, generational talent. Like I said, MVP is at the wazoo already. Probably going to. It's highly debatable whether or not he'll win this one, or if he should win this one this year. His fucking regular season stats are astronomical. Very good winning percentage. He just can't pull it out in the fucking playoffs. And I'll just leave it at that. Michael Vick, the OG. The thing I like about Mike Vick, aside from his athleticism, if I had to pick I want to say the perfect, but my favorite release or my favorite animation in an arm from throwing, it's Mike Vick. Something about it, just the way his arm just snaps, and it looks like he's barely trying, and it goes the length of the field. I don't know why. I've always liked his ability to throw the ball. His accuracy isn't the greatest, but you know, when he was in Philly and he's throwing bombs down, you know, 80-yard bombs down the field to Deshaun Jackson, I mean, that's fucking impressive regardless if it's completely accurate or not. You know, when he was in Atlanta, he was a highlight reel. Never won a, you know, like you said, if he never went to jail and stuff like that, I think that he might have been able to get a Super Bowl with Atlanta.
Yeah.
Number 5, Drew Brees. His only Super Bowl came at the hands of him beating Peyton Manning,
Mm-hmm.
where Peyton Manning himself and threw an interception in crunch time, and you know lost them the game. But Drew Brees, like you said, 5,000 yards, numerous times this season. Tough SOB, he stands in the pocket. He's not known to run, gets hit, comes back, keeps going.
Top 2 in a lot of shit.
Yep, numbers are astronomical. So many fucking yards. I wrote it down.
It's
Let,
valid.
let's see. Drew Brees, 80,000 yards, almost 600 touchdowns, 571 touchdowns, 243 interceptions, 1 for 1 in the Super Bowl. That's good. That's pretty solid for me.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, Joe Montana, 4 for 4 in the Super Bowl. You got Jerry Rice. I know you guys are debatable with that, but I'm kind of leaning to where Jordan is. You got Jerry Rice on your team. You're getting a lot of fucking yards. It don't matter. You're getting a lot of yards. You're getting a lot of touchdowns if you throw it to him. And you know, I think that played a factor into his statistics and you know, winning those Super Bowls. Not taking anything away from him because he's fucking Joe Cool for a reason. So
Yo,
he's
Montana at 4 is wild, bro. I'm sorry. That's
Peyton
wild. That's
Peyton
wild.
Manning at number 3. He's a field general, probably the smartest quarterback in history, in my opinion. Tom Brady is the most prepared quarterback. Peyton Manning is the smartest quarterback. You know, 55 touchdowns, 55 touchdowns in a season. One was it 2 for 4 in the Super Bowl. One with he's one of the only quarterbacks, if not the only quarterback to win a Super Bowl with two or no, he's him and Tom Brady, I think, are the only quarterbacks to win a Super Bowl with 2 organizations, if I can recall that off the top of my head.
As starting quarterbacks.
Yeah, as starting quarterbacks,
I think so.
correct.
I think so.
He had Reggie Wayne, Edgerrin James. He had a stud cast of
Marvin
players.
Harrison.
Marvin Harrison, yeah. And they were right there on the same page with him. So you know anything that he audibled Omaha, they fucking knew exactly what he was going to do. And I just fucking loved him, man. He had, like you said, he wasn't known as a running quarterback, but he could fucking throw the ball. Number 2, Patrick Mahomes. He's another generational talent. Like you said, there's literally nothing that he can't do. If you're down, well, I mean, I guess against Tom Brady in Super Bowl, he couldn't come back from that. But I blame that on his offensive line for not protecting him because he got his ass beat that game. Other than that, fourth quarter, you need a score, you need a driving win or a winning drive. Patrick Mahomes is your guy. You know, about to win his 3rd consecutive Super Bowl potentially, which would be his 4th. He's already got the MVPs. His numbers aren't. I mean, he's only been in the league for 8 years, so his numbers aren't astronomical. But just his
8 years, but he needs to put up great numbers. And if he wins the Super Bowl, he'll tie Montana.
Yeah, already in his 8th season. That's fucking insane. That is absolutely insane. I know that goes with having one of the greatest coaches, if not the greatest coach in history, you know, on your sideline. But you know, he's not out there.
Helps.
He's not out there making the plays. You know, so I got to give a lot of props to Patrick Mahomes. Number one, Tom Brady. I fucking hated Tom Brady for the longest time. I was a huge hater. When all the Deflate Gate, Spy Gate, all this other bullshit was going on, I fucking hated him.
Bitch.
Well, I had personal friends that were you know, huge Patriots fans, so you know I had to hear that shit all the time. So after all the Spy Gate, you know, Pizza Gate, this, that, and the third, and he would still win. Year after year after year, they were in contention, and the year after year and after year, they would still win. I just was like, hey man, maybe none of that really played a factor in him winning those Super Bowls to begin with. So I just started looking at his game, and I just took into account like he's a fucking great leader. He's the most prepared quarterback in history. His numbers speak for themselves. 7 for 10. I know that's not the fucking, he's not Joe Montana 4 for
Still
4
good.
100%, but who's to say what Joe Montana would be if he went to fucking Super Bowl 7 times, Or 10 times. So Tom Brady he literally checks all the boxes. And when I say Peyton Manning is the smartest quarterback in history, in my opinion, Tom Brady is not far behind him. He is a student of the game, always has, always will be. And I've just accepted that he's my GOAT. Patrick Mahomes, if he wins this three-peat, that's going to put him closer to Tom Brady. Now,
yeah, but he's keeping his ass right there. Let's
yeah,
be real.
number 2 until he. Now, if you say earlier like they're not going anywhere, so if they do a 4-peat, by all means, he's number 1 in history, man. No, that'd be no question right there, in my opinion.
If
So,
even if Mahomes wins 8, bro, he wouldn't be better than Tom Brady.
I don't know, man.
He wouldn't be better than Tom Brady because that's not what I kind of put this stuff on. You feel me? It's more about your overall body of work. It's not about championships. You feel me?
That's true.
Because these last 2,
Yeah,
bro,
but
man, he really ain't do nothing these last couple years.
Don't matter, but he got the win.
He wasn't in the MVP conversation. He wasn't none of those things. You feel me? But the team that got the championship. You feel me?
But
So I'm not gonna put all that stuff on one person. You know what I'm saying?
How many MVPs he have already?
Who, Mahomes?
Yeah.
I think 2.
How many did Tom Brady have?
What, he got 5?
Like 3.
3.
He got 3?
Brady got like 3.
Okay.
So what if he gets 3 MVPs, 6 championships? He had his winning percentage is still really fucking high as well.
Right.
I can notch that. He's not gonna win 7 Super Bowls.
Oh, I highly doubt that.
Win 8.
I highly doubt that.
He's saying the fact remains, it's like, okay, you're not, you're not the same player. It's like, that's not your life like it is Tom Brady. Like, that shit done cost him marriage, done cost him his life. I mean, that's his heart, his soul. He gave everything for it. And that's the type of warrior and animal he was. Another reason why he's goated. But I mean, regardless, but what I want to say about both of y'all's list is, I noticed both of y'all had them on there, but Lamar Jackson is not a top 10 quarterback of all time yet. He's not, bro. This
talent-wise,
it's not. But I know, but it's not just based off of talent.
I know.
It's like everything. It's like stats, your whole body of work. Now, not to say he won't be when his career's over with, but I mean, Lamar's like 7 years in right now. I mean, he's 3-5 in the playoffs. And if we're just doing it based off of like how he's changed the game and and how great he's been winning MVPs, I mean, if you look at it, I know he's won a couple MVPs, but if you would put Lamar in the top 10, somebody could legitimately make the same argument as you could put Josh Allen in the top 10 right now. He has a better record than him in the playoffs. He has better numbers than him when it matters. And a lot of his regular season stat lines are like better than Lamar's, like throwing the ball. Lamar had that one stellar year throwing the ball. His MVP year, and then he just had the stellar one this year. But the rest of the other 5, they haven't been all that. So it's like somebody could legitimately make that argument. You know what I mean? But now I think Lamar Jackson will be in that top 10, but I just don't think yet. I mean, we got to give it like a good 3-4 years at least, fellas. I can't do it yet. I think it's too early for that.
Possibly winning 3 MVPs, bro, in 7 seasons, bro. You got to get that man his flowers. That's all I'm saying.
No question, bro. I give him his flowers, but I mean, top 10.
I don't know nobody. I don't know nobody else that hasn't done that stuff in that short period of time.
To me, this is like the same. Like, even like, okay, say Lamar gets out, and he wins 1 Super Bowl or maybe potentially 2 by the time he hangs it up. But it's like you still got to sit there and look at it. But it's almost like the equivalent of trying to put Steph Curry on an all-time top 5 or top 10. It's not that you don't belong there. It's like, which one of these guys can I take him over definitively? And like Lamar Jackson, he like looking at my top 5 quarterbacks, like there's no way he could probably do anything in his career to move like those top 5 from me. So it's just, there's a lot of that factors in too, you know what I'm saying? But the other thing I wanted to mention is Michael Vick. I don't think he had enough time in the NFL to do it. And like obviously his numbers weren't enough for the top 10. He was barely 500 as a starter. Like he was 10 games above 500 overall career record, only 2 playoff wins. It fell short. He revolutionized the game, he changed it, but like overall for a top 10, I couldn't put him on there. Like just with that alone, you know.
That's why it's our
But even
lists.
but the thing is, he was still the top guy, and he didn't have a great team, and he still pushed those guys over the top. They didn't have a great defense. He didn't have great receivers, bro. He didn't have any of those things. They had a decent running back, for like maybe like 1 or 2 years or whatever. But man, he transcended that shit, bro. Atlanta was the laughing stock of the. Atlanta was the Carolina Panthers. You feel me? Before he got there, whatever, man, he changed everything. He changed the culture. He changed everything, man, in Atlanta. You feel me? Mike Vick
No doubt.
experience, Mike Vick, everything. You feel me? So, like I say, talent wise, what up, man? Mike Vick was that guy, bro. For real, you couldn't go nowhere without saying Mike Vick, Mike Vick,
Man,
Mike
I know
Vick.
that. I still
That's
got a Mike Vick
it.
jersey, bro.
Hell yeah. So
Yeah,
shit.
fuck you
Hell yeah.
mean?
He definitely gonna get it. Shout out to Mike Vick.
I can't put
I
him in the
saw, I
top.
saw
I
something to
love Michael
where
Vick.
You had Ben Rosenberg on or whatever, and he had those
Definitely.
issues. He had some issues or whatever, man. Fucking girls in Burger King bathrooms and all types of shit or whatever.
And
But
they
they
were
ain't-
underage.
but they ain't stop his shine. They ain't stop his shine. They ain't stopping from bro. That man played every game. He didn't even get suspended. You feel me?
Right.
So
But he
like
has
I
the
say,
career to back it up though against Michael Vick. He has a way more. I mean, you can't put those resumes next to each other, man. Like by any stretch of the means.
I'm just saying. He was good though, man. Coming out, he was good, bro. I didn't think he was gonna be that good. He definitely handled business though.
Yeah, he
Ben
did. He
Roethlisberger,
did.
hell yeah,
And,
hell yeah.
and you know,
Mm-hmm.
I
He
I
definitely
definitely
saw
handled.
I
something.
love Michael Vick. You
I
know,
saw
I
something the
definitely
other
think
day that said it was like a top 10 like top 10 video game characters of all time, or like something of that nature. I'm trying to find it now. I can't find it.
oh, that'd be a good top 10.
But
That'd be a good top 10.
Michael being Michael Vick in NFL, what,
In 05.
2007 or whatever it was,
Mhm.
he was in the top 10.
Right.
So is fucking, Ben Roethlisberger, is any of them in there? No. And that game's 100 years old by this time. I'm trying to find that thing right now.
Nah, but I get Big Ben his props, bro. He was doing that shit consistently. He did that shit consistently. But I'm saying the impact that he had in a short amount of time. That's just like saying Barry Sanders. What Barry Sanders done in his 10 years, he might not have all the yards, he might not have all the things, but the impact that he had in those years. Calvin Johnson, the impact that he had in those years
Yeah.
or whatever makes the body of work or whatever. You ain't got to win the championship. You ain't got to win none of that stuff or whatever. The body of work that he's done in those years or whatever, I just got to put him up there. You feel me?
Respect. I
Yeah,
mean,
so
I love Michael Vick.
I can't find the list, but this thing says Michael Vick is considered one of the most dominant video game characters of all time because of his portrayal in Madden NFL 2004.
Him and Bo Jackson. Shit, Bo Jackson on
Yeah, Bo
Tecmo
Jackson, Tecmo Bowl, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Shit. All right, well, there's wraps up our top tens. Make sure y'all comment your top 10 NFL quarterbacks of all time. Let us
Do
know.
it!
We ran kind of long with that one.
Yeah, we
but
did.
Yeah, let us know.
All right, for our
Let's get to
final,
the last one.
for the final thing, let's wrap this episode up.
Boom.
We're gonna jump into the Royal Rumble. Like I said, it is this Saturday at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, Indiana.
Yeah, very good.
I
That time of year.
I couldn't think of it.
It's that time of year, man. It's that time of year again. Well, 30 men will compete, 30 women will compete for a title shot at WrestleMania in April. Here we have some insight and predictions for the men's Royal Rumble. So, keeping in mind here that the number one contender spots for WrestleManias are earned via the Royal Rumble winner, and the other one is determined by the Elimination Chamber winner, which that pay-per-view is next month.
Mhm.
So, looking at this Rumble here, man, we got a big one here this year, Sam, bro. I'm looking forward to this one, bro. You got LA Knight, John Cena, CM Punk, Jey Uso, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, McIntyre, Mysterio, Sami Zayn, Shinsuke Nakamura, Nakamura. That dude's bad. He out
Mm-hmm.
cold. Logan Paul, Penta, Chad Gable, Braun Breaker, and Carmelo Hayes, bro. And then you got 15 superstars to be announced. Bro, this gonna be hype. Bro, yo, you better keep an eye on Penta, bro. I fuck with Penta. That dude is nice, bro. He came in, his debut was hard, strong, bro. He
I
started
seen
fucking
that.
doing work. He was solid, bro. Definitely solid. That dude can wrestle his ass off. Got his gimmick, the character, the whole thing. That shit's that's nice. But yeah, dude. Who before we get to who we think's gonna win, man, how you feeling about this Rumble this year? I think they're gonna do some good numbers in Indy, bro.
Hell yeah, this gonna be
Shit
off the
typed up.
chain. Yeah, this shit gonna be off the chain, man. All the guys coming out. Woo, bro. I like it. I like it a lot. Braun Breaker, man. Braun Breaker, man. You know he ready. You know he's strong. He one of the youngest, whatever, champions out here. Well, he was. But man, I like Braun Breaker, bro. There's a lot of guys, man. Randy Orton gonna be out there too. I
Well, you know,
know.
he's been gone. He might make us come back. This would be a good time for his return, man. He's been
Mm-hmm.
injured since,
Yep.
Kevin Owens got him with that pile driver. But yeah, that could be a surprise entry.
Mm-hmm.
I
CM Punk,
expect
CM Punk ready. CM Punk ready.
you
All
know
those guys.
it's bothering me that he's widely rumored to win this thing, man. All these wrestling guys that I'm seeing,
Mm-hmm.
they're all picking Punk to win the Royal Rumble, man. They're all picking CM Punk, man. It makes sense. Like you can't go wrong if you have him win.
Mm-hmm.
If you have him go over, I don't think you can go wrong with that because I mean you've been building him up and has since he came back to the WWE, has he lost a match? I don't
He lost one. He lost one to Drew McIntyre.
He did. That's right. He lost the first one. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah. But that
Yep.
was the only one, and he's been winning and then he beat Seth, and
Right.
yeah, he had a good performance at the War Games and all that. But yeah, I don't know, man. What about some surprise features or entries? Who you think we're gonna see? Who's gonna show up, bro? You know who I think gonna show up? I think we're gonna have Goldberg. I think Goldberg gonna come back, bro.
That'd be crazy.
Really?
Goldberg gonna bring his ass out there. He's been trying to, I think kind of get one more match in before he retires anyway. I think this would be a good opportunity to get in there for a couple minutes and, see what you can still do. I don't know. I don't know, just something tells me, man, Goldberg might show up and, whatever. We can see JBL. He's been throwing some clotheslines around still
Yeah,
lately.
I
He's been
saw that. I
around.
saw that.
Bubba Ray Dudley, potentially. We could see him. He showed up on NXT not long ago. So and they got that partnership with TNA now, so we could see some TNA motherfuckers like the Hardy Boys,
Yep, that's what I
Mm-hmm.
was getting ready to say. One of them.
the TNA champ Joe Hendry, Dolph Ziggler or Nick Nemeth, whatever his name is now. But he could pop up in there. It's
Hell
gonna be
yeah.
wild, bro. It's gonna be
Maybe
Yeah,
Triple
definitely.
H will strap back up.
nah. He ain't gonna do that.
Hell
Yeah, I
no.
know he won't. He's
Hell
got that.
That
no.
He's
man,
got that
that man
heart.
almost
That heart
died.
problem. Yeah.
Jacob Fatu is gonna be in the Rumble, bro.
Yeah, that motherfucker. I was watching it the other
He's
last week.
dangerous.
I was like, dude, beating the shit out of that motherfucker.
Man, hero.
Yeah, he's dangerous. Then now he put Braun Strowman out of action, so they're gonna try to make him come back. I think they're trying to hype up a feud with them two for WrestleMania between Braun Strowman and Fatu. But I watched that first match before he brutalized him, dude. It wasn't that great of a wrestling match just because Braun Strowman is so limited, man. Braun
Mm-hmm.
Strowman
He
is
He's a
is.
not
big
he's not a
motherfucker,
great.
man.
He
He's just
is.
he is so big, but dude, he can't really do much. Jacob Fatu is a great wrestler, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
He can do whatever.
it's just not that it don't sound that appealing as a WrestleMania match to me. But Jacob Fatu definitely is getting the big push right now because he is that dude and he's fucking tormenting people. But he's probably gonna throw some people out of this Rumble, quite a few
Oh
people.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be interesting to see. You know what my gut says? My gut says Solo Sikoa comes back, he enters, and then maybe has a spat with his old crew. They haven't really been seen together since he lost the Roman and shit. So
Mm-hmm.
I
Right.
don't know. Maybe they kind of get into it there, But the thing with the Royal Rumble is what's gonna happen, the fallout from the Royal Rumble, it's gonna invoke feuds. You know what I mean? It's gonna
Right. Mm-hmm.
storylines to based on who eliminated who and da 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 da. I'm keeping an eye on Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns in this Rumble because they're both in this Rumble match.
Mm-hmm.
McIntyre's been wanting to get at Roman for a minute, so maybe he sneaks Roman and throws him out or something, and that invokes a feud maybe for a match at WrestleMania. Kind of
Between the
keeps
two.
Roman doing something. I could see something like that happening. Um, If not, maybe, or maybe even based with that, because whoever doesn't win the Rumble has got the Elimination Chamber, and that's who's gonna face the champions at WrestleMania. So whoever don't win the Rumble, the next one is gonna have to win the Elimination Chamber. I think CM Punk's gonna win one. I just don't know if it's gonna be the Royal Rumble or the Elimination Chamber.
What about John Cena?
I don't think he's gonna.
Let him give him one more deep run.
I think they're gonna, because this is his last one.
Yeah.
I don't think that they'll use Cena for a main event in WrestleMania. He doesn't need that, especially at this stage of his career. He probably wouldn't even want to. And now, to give him a match at WrestleMania, yes, but I don't think it will be a main event, which it will be if he ends up winning the Rumble and faces a champion. He might even get a chance to win the championship at a later date, but I don't think it's going to be at WrestleMania. And I think he'd be good with giving it to some of the younger guys who have been, earning that shit. He's big on that kind of shit. But
what about the hometown hero, LA Knight?
Yeah. Let me talk to you.
He's from around it. He's from in between us. Yeah, Hagerstown. 20 minutes down the road.
And they billion from LA, man. He's from LA, bro. What you talking about? It's LA Knight.
Yeah.
Well,
you think the Rock gonna slip in though?
Nah. Why would they put Rock in there? Like, if you're Rock, you can come and do it. You can come put yourself in the main event at WrestleMania just by a promo. You don't need to win no Rumble.
But still.
No, I don't think Rock gonna show up in the Rumble. I don't see it.
He may.
What I can see though is a potential, like, okay, so say whoever wins this Royal Rumble, but I could see cats like Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Sami Zayn, CM Punk. Maybe they all come up short, and then you put them in the Elimination Chamber match together, because they all been having feuds and spats lately. So that would hype up the Elimination Chamber match. And obviously, for the next month pay-per-view Elimination Chamber, we have no idea who's gonna be involved in that, but it's gonna be fallout shit from this Rumble and all of that. So, but I just think you put them 4 guys in there, maybe throw in a Roman if him and McIntyre got into it in the Elimination Chamber, but. You can watch out for somebody like Jey Uso, man, because I don't know really.
I was sitting there thinking about that lately,
too. Because, he just lost that championship match to Gunther, and he said, he thinks he can beat him, and
he hasn't won a match yet that I've seen.
He hasn't won a big title like that. He won the Intercontinental Championship briefly one time, not a couple months ago, but
yeah, that shit
lost it to Breaker, but
no short-lived.
But sooner or later, they're going to have to put the heavyweight championship on him, or the WWE championship on him, because, he's paid his dues. He's over as hell.
I don't think
you got to, man.
I don't know.
He's over enough to do it, whether we like it or not. At least briefly, man. That's. I don't know, man. I just think they're making a mistake with that. You got to reward these guys every once in a while. Well, as far as who's gonna win the Rumble, Wes, who you think's gonna win? I know you're trying to get back into watching it slowly but surely, but just give me a guy.
Logan Paul.
Logan Paul?
No, I'm not. No. I'll go with Roman Reigns. I'll go with Roman Reigns.
Going with the Tribal Chief?
Yep. Because he had the title for I saw he's had the title for the longest in history or something for a while.
1,000 or something days.
Yeah. And then he had leukemia and shit like that. So they took
man, he's been through all that.
Yeah, I know. So maybe he tries to be dominant like that again and has the long title reign again if he wins this and then goes to WrestleMania.
Yeah, I don't.
But I don't know if they would want to do that again with him for I don't know. Like I said, I haven't watched a lot of wrestling here. I was just trying to get back into it, so I don't know a lot of these guys.
It wouldn't be a terrible decision to have.
I wouldn't mind seeing Jey Uso win, but if I had to pick, I'd probably maybe say Roman.
All right, I think I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna go with Jey Uso, bro. I'm gonna go with the dark horse there, and I think they got to do something special with him. He claims it. Roman and them fall short, and then I think CM Punk wins the Elimination Chamber. Drew McIntyre and Roman have their own feud. That spew from the Rumble. I think that's gonna happen. That's what I can see happening. And John Cena, I think, like I said, have a WrestleMania match, but I don't think he's gonna win the Rumble. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go Jey Uso. Sam, who's gonna win it?
I got to go with Roman Reigns as well.
Going with the Tribal Chief?
Yeah, I got to go with
Acknowledge.
Roman. Yeah, I got to go with Roman Reigns. He
Acknowledge.
definitely gonna get his push.
I wouldn't hate it. Wouldn't hate it. It'd be funny to see Pat McAfee get the
Dude,
Rumble.
I would
Watch.
fucking love that. That'd be so
I bet
fucking
you he's
funny.
gonna be in it. You think?
That would be cool.
Watch what I tell you.
That would be that would be awesome.
His crazy ass gonna be in there. And it's an indie.
Yeah,
Bro,
exactly.
Right, you know
he's gonna be
there.
in that Rumble.
Yep.
He's gonna be in that Rumble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can bet that shit up. All right, we'll keep an eye out for it. Hey, we're gonna probably do a live stream this weekend, Saturday, for the Royal Rumble PLE. Y'all keep an eye out for that. We'll keep y'all in tuned. If we end up doing that, I want to link up and do something. Live reaction video to that. I'm down for it. Grimes is down. Wes, I don't know. I think you're down. You good, ain't you, Wes?
I might be. I don't know what
check it out.
I don't know what I'll have be
Get
doing on
back to us.
Saturday. Yeah, just let me know. I'll let you know like Friday or early Saturday.
What time that stuff starts? 6 o'clock?
I think like I'm not sure what time it starts. I think like 8 or something.
Somebody on TikTok, their name is Brock Fair, said they saw a street sign today that said Cody Road.
Well,
Is
Cody's road might be coming to an end here soon.
No. He's not in. Is he? What champion is he?
The WWE champion.
Oh, WWE.
And he's fighting Kevin Owens for the WWE championship at the Royal Rumble, which
okay.
I think he'll retain. I think Owens, it'll be a good fight. It's a ladder match, so it's gonna be interesting to see. Mix it up a little bit. They're both good wrestlers, so I think it's gonna be interesting. But
shout out KO. Shout out KO, man.
We gotta
KO deserve it.
End. They ain't gonna do that. They're not gonna switch titles right
I know they're not. I know they're not. Yeah, I know they're not.
Yeah.
I know they're not. But shit, they beat his ass anyway.
Yeah. Unless maybe they have him win it and then Cody gets his rematch at Elimination Chamber, then beats him.
I doubt it.
Yeah, me too. And his title reign for some. It wouldn't. It's a historic run for him anyway. I just don't think they're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Keep an eye out. Zilla Fatu's got a debut sooner or later, bro. Booker T's been talking highly about him, man. He said he's gonna be the biggest star that the company's seen in 30 years.
Really?
Sheesh.
Yeah. Gotta see it. They're saving him for something good. What better time to debut than the Royal Rumble? Ain't that right, Wes?
Yeah, the Royal Rumber. Yeah. Yeah.
Shots fired back and forth.
I can play that game too, homie.
Hey, appreciate everybody. If y'all still locked in tune with us, like, share, subscribe to the podcast. 485 subs. We're trying to keep climbing. Reach 500, then 1,000, man, and then expanding beyond more than that. So if you don't mind sharing it with everybody, we got plethora of content coming week in, week out. Next week, we got the Super Bowl that we're going to talk about. We'll talk about some Super Bowl stuff, and we can have some other good stuff on tap. We'll keep y'all posted. But thank you, gentlemen, for your time tonight. It was a good show.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Shout out from the Let Loose podcast, man, all around the world. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Hey, Sam Bam, out of here.
Peace.
Holla.